What's up, guys? Nicholas M. Whittier here, back from a little hiatus. Sorry I didn't do any vlogging recently. Uh, I've been having some computer problems, but I actually got a new computer, so hopefully that fixes my issues. We'll see. And it's currently mid-January. Genesis is this weekend, but I'm going to talk about some things I wanted to talk about before that I wasn't able to because I've fallen a little bit behind. Also, I was in Washington for the last few days, so I wasn't able to do this there, obviously. Okay, so I want to talk about MIOMRank today. So today it just came out that Hungrybox is the #1 player, but I think I'll probably start near the bottom of things I want to talk about, or the bottom of the rankings rather. So I had the pleasure of getting whooped by 2Saint this weekend. He is rank 100, or really rank 101 because Mafia was omitted despite having, a fairly high rating. So congrats to 2Saint for making the ranking, and I think it's pretty obvious that this guy's going to be way higher next year. Probably the hardest puff I've ever played against besides Hungrybox, off the top of my head anyway. I don't think I've ever played a puff who was like a playmaker. Definitely play puffs who try to cheese me and camp me out and plank and stuff like that. Very used to that. So it was really different playing a puff that was actually like not just zoning, but trying to get in the zone and then mix me up. So yeah, he was really good. I liked both his puff and him as a person. He seemed like a cool guy. So also I want to say congrats to Ralph. Ralph definitely super overrated on his MIOM debut because he went to that New England tournament and did pretty well, and then fully overrated him. Good to see him back on the list, though. Ralph definitely a respectable player. Wolf Cheeks left and right, keeps beating Spark. I think he's definitely worthy of his rank. All right, so then I want to say congrats to Alvin as well. He's one rank above me at 94. Alvin definitely was very overdue for having a good national. He's been playing a very long time, and everybody knows he's really good. In NorCal especially, people talk about how good he is at his peak. One of the only, not top tier players in NorCal that I've seen beat Dewan. So that's, pretty awesome. And, he had his run beating Ty and Wizrobe. Me, obviously, I wasn't so surprised that he beat Wizrobe because playing as Alvin feels like bullshit a lot of the time. He just does all this Fox bullshit. And he also is extremely good at the defensive game against Falcon in terms of making Falcon's punishes not feel that scary. And his neutral game is also frustrating, obviously. So yeah, I wasn't too surprised he beat Wizrobe, but I was very surprised he beat Ty because I do not think Alvin is the strongest player against Marth. The Whittier conjecture of Fox players is that, barring Crush, every other Fox player I've ever seen is bad against either Marth or Falco. They're usually quite good against one and quite bad against the other. And I definitely feel like Alvin is more of a Falco slayer than a Marth slayer. So yeah, I was pretty surprised he beat Ty at Big S. But yeah, he got a good run and he made the top 100. So good shit. It's definitely when Alvin is having a good day, he's a shoe-in for top 100. Just needs to have more good days, I suppose. Okay, and then one rank above Alvin is Iceman, Evan Tice. Good to see him on here too. He's actually he's quite underrated, both in terms of how good people think he is, and also his actual ranking on this based on his results. He got kind of robbed. He should definitely be in I don't know. He should be 70 or something with his wins. He beat Mike Hayes, beat me, beat Dewan, beat Cal. Yeah, so Iceman has quite a beat. Actually, who else did he beat? I forget. Anyway, I wasn't on the ballot, so I didn't get to see the top of stats for everybody. But Iceman definitely a player who is known to be bad, but that's a historical. That's a legacy opinion right there. He's actually been quite good, and it just took him a long time to get to that level, I suppose. For one thing, he's definitely known for having a weak mental game in terms of tilting pretty often and easily. But yeah, Iceman is quite good and definitely had the results. So good to see that he didn't get robbed just because like people don't think he's that good. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have to say about the bottom of the rankings. I don't just mean like 90 through 100. I mean, those are actually just the people I wanted to talk about who, yeah, were in the lower part of the rankings. Say Kalamazoo, overrated as always. Still getting carried by his Big House 4 result. Or no, Big House 3. Big House 3. It's like 4 years ago. He hasn't had a good tournament since then. I was pretty triggered in his blurb. It said how he beat Dewan at NorCal Spartan, which is a non-result that literally doesn't count because Dewan was 8-0 in a round robin and was guaranteed first place, and he went Marth and he lost because there was no penalty for losing. He was out at the first seed no matter what the result would be, and Kalamazoo did not get out of the pool either way. So yeah, Kyle won a meaningless set where Dewan was not, playing his main. And, it's one thing to say Dewan's like a dual main or whatever. I kind of agree. But he's definitely known to be like pretty much the best in the world at the Sheik Peach matchup. That's kind of like his shit. So yeah, if he really felt pushed to the wall, he would definitely play Sheik. Same thing like, I've never seen him like play Marth Dittos in tournament per se when he can just bust out the Sheik. So yeah, Kalamazoo, pretty overrated, whatever. He actually does beat a lot of spacies though. He beat Lucky, beat Zagetto, beat a bunch of people. Oh yeah, also congrats to Zagetto at 89. That's pretty cool too because he didn't get to go to that much. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that he made it on here at all, just because I don't know, I haven't seen him since Genesis 4. So yeah, but I mean, I guess he went to Don't Park and Genesis 4, so he did have at least 2 nationals. So that's cool. Anyone else I want to shout out? I mean, Rocky, Spark, obviously, that's cool. Good shit to them, too. They were obviously going to make it, although I thought Rocky would definitely be higher. K-Pan, also. K-Pan at 85. I think that's pretty dope. K-Pan's pretty good, and I thought he might be one of those people who just got, like, robbed this year for no reason also, just because he's not really in the spotlight, right? He hasn't had, like, any, like, big breakout streamed matches or something, which are, like, kind of what get people really overrated or like get them a lot of credit based on very little act in terms of like an actual result. Just need like a couple sets where everybody is watching and you play good. Okay, so I guess that's it for like the specific players I want to talk about who like made it onto the rankings by narrow margins or whatever. I just also want to say I'm really proud of my region, NorCal, for having so many people. I think we have like 17-ish people on MIOMRank. It's like, yeah, it's like a shit ton, definitely more than any other region. This depends on, if we're including Zach and Diz, but I was including both of them. So I think, yeah, with the 2 of them, if I counted right before, we had like 17 people, maybe 16. So that's really awesome, but also does make me salty that at any given NorCal local, we like pretty much never have more than like, I don't know, 4 people from MIOMRank at the tournament, even though there's this many fucking people on the list. Like, our local scene is so stacked, but just does not have like the tournaments that bring people out. Foundry. There's a Foundry tomorrow. Maybe that'll bring a lot of people out. But that's still like literally not the same fucking thing. That's just like gonna be a party. And given that I'm really want to do well at Genesis, and I haven't been practicing on Vanilla Melee, I feel like it's probably a bad idea for me to go to that. But I might go anyway, right? I feel very compelled and obligated to go based on the Foundry having been such a big part of life and something that we've been lacking for a while. Okay, so anything else I really want to say about MIOMRank in terms of see what's Spark? Let me look that up. Spark is 61. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Laudand is 50. Dark Atma and Kalamazoo, about what you'd expect. Yeah, okay. I don't think there's anything too interesting to talk about. At like the mid to lower MIOMRank stuff. Lots of people who I haven't played. I'm really eager to see if these new these new faces like Zealous 5000, Moki, who was actually at the tournament I was at this weekend, but I didn't really interact with him. Jerry, King Momo, Absent Page, all these people that I haven't played. I'm really eager to see how good these guys are. I think that the bottom part of MIOMRank was definitely like 90 to 100 especially. I feel like we were definitely like pretty much as good as 70 to 80. I feel like around 70 to 80 has a lot of like legacy players who don't really have that many relevant results, and it's just like, you know, these are the guys you've heard of. So yeah, I'm really eager to see if like these new faces are as sick as they make them sound with all the buzz online. All right, guys. I'm probably still going to talk more about MIOMRank on my next vlog. Probably talk more about like the top and the rating system in general, and so on and so on. Probably also talk about my Washington trip soon and Genesis. So yeah, I still got lots to say. Definitely click that follow button if you enjoy listening to me rant about shit.